Meanwhile, the United Nations Refugee Agency is appealing for $16 million in funding support in order to assist the 1.2 million people who survived last week's devastating earthquake in Myanmar. Joining us is Babar Baloch, the United Nations Agency Senior Communications Officer, and joins us now. Babar, thank you so much for the time. Let's talk about exactly the kind of relief efforts you're looking at then with this $16 million.
Yes, I mean, as you have been detailing it correctly, the scale of devastation is really huge. Myanmar hasn't seen something like this in the recent past. And the 1.2 million that UNHCR, my agency, wants to help, they're really at the epicenter or close to the epicenter where the earthquake struck. The estimates are that at least 19 million people have been affected by this. So we at UNHCR with our other partners are racing against time to provide relief to people who have been affected. We have had an office in Mandalay. You may have been hearing about this town in Myanmar. This was very close to the epicenter. There are scenes of devastations all around that you go. Our colleagues, even if they were affected themselves and their families, they have been trying to help as many people as possible. We have recent enforcement of staff and humanitarian relief supplies from Yangon as well. And this was supposed to be a journey of 6-7 hours. Now it takes you at least 13-14 hours to reach there. So supplies are going in. We have moved stuff, basic stuff. People need shelter, they need clean drinking water, they need health supplies, so as much as we can do, but we need support for this. I mean, let's not forget, even before this there was an active conflict going on in Myanmar, which had displaced some 3.5 million people.
Having to coordinate efforts is going to be very vital because, as you've spoken about, it's difficult to get to certain areas. Time to get to these certain areas has certainly risen as well. Let's talk about how you're coordinating those efforts and who you're coordinating them with as well, so that when you receive this money, you're able to use it in the way you have set out.
We are actually, just to give you one example, in the last 2 days, we have been able to reach with our humanitarian supplies to reach 15,000 people, and this is very close to the epicenter. So in terms of coordinating, it's us at UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency. We have other UN agencies that we are working with. Also, there are NGOs on the ground. So it's a coordinated effort in that sense. And also, let's not forget the conflict has been going around in all parts of Myanmar, and that's why we keep repeating, it's a humanitarian crisis on top of an existing humanitarian crisis that has displaced millions of people. So we are coordinating with the de facto authorities, and we also appealing to all the sides in the conflict. Just realize the scale of this tragedy and devastation. Let's make sure that we as humanitarians are able to reach as many people as possible.
Let's talk about the long-term outlook, however, then, for the recovery efforts in Myanmar after these earthquakes then as well, and the aftershock that happened afterwards, especially given, as you made note of, the ongoing conflict. Can Myanmar survive?
People are hopeful. I mean, yes, it's a tough time. City of Mandalay that we keep talking about. The estimates are, or what reports we are getting, that 80% of the infrastructure may have been affected or collapsed or damaged or destroyed. But people are there. They're hopeful, and they need international support. That's what we keep saying, that this is a movement where Myanmar and Myanmar's people, they need international solidarity and support to go through this tragedy, and that's why we have put out this appeal of $16 million. That appeal is supposed to take us through the end of the year, and also let's not forget the full impact and scale of devastation is even yet known. So we may hear some other bad news as we go forward, but also the survivors, they need international support and they need it quickly.
I mean, these efforts are bound to take quite some time as well. Does it feel as though it'll be an effort for quite some time this year to try and aid and fix fix the situation as it stands in Myanmar?
So the appeal that we have made is till the end of the year, 16 million that we need to reach 1.2 million people, all the stocks that we have. And because of the existing humanitarian crisis, we have had stocks in the country in other parts that we are moving quickly around, but we need to bring in more from outside. And also, I mean, now the race is against time to provide basics to the people. We keep talking about shelter, about water, about food, but also health and hygiene. Medical needs are there. So people are looking up to or towards the international, people are looking or trying to find international solidarity that can help them through these tough times.
Let's talk about the people that are displaced then in Myanmar now. I mean, will they be able to ever get the kind of funding, the kind of assistance, the kind of help that they will ultimately need to try and get their lives back on track? Or is there going to have to be a sense of a new normal that they're going to have to live through, which may dictate or may mean that they don't actually have much from here?
Yeah, let's hope not. Those who are already displaced by the conflict, this area, the hardest hit area, where the earthquake hit, I mean, this has some 1.5 million people that have already been displaced by the conflict. Now, the earthquake is also going to displace more people. So we have to kind of continue our efforts for both. And that's why international support is so much required and needed at this time. So we are able to help them. Before this, let's not forget, the crisis in Myanmar was going on for the last 4 years. You may have not seen it in the news headlines. This tragedy brings back the focus on Myanmar, and we hope that there is more support for the people that are going through this.
Well, it's going to be a Herculean effort, really, to try and get this done as well. But really appreciate the kind of help that has been put forward. Babar, Baloch, thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it. The United Nations High Commissioner then for Refugees at UN then and Senior Communications Officer.